more than 20 apartment buildings in South Reno are nothing more than piles of rubble after a gigantic inferno in South Reno last night. Let's get right out to Brandon Rittiman, who's at the scene of all that destruction. Brandon, that is just a huge mess behind you.
Yeah, you said it, and this was an absolutely huge fire, Wendy. Just take a look at some of the destruction right here behind me. Now, fortunately, nobody was living in these buildings. Let's get you right to the incredible video of how this all happened. Around midnight, the flames surged into the sky, fueled by empty half-built apartment buildings at the soon-to-be-open Alexander Apartments. 22 of the 36 buildings in the complex destroyed before sunrise. If you were out after midnight, you couldn't miss this thing. The fireball was visible from all over the Truckee Meadows. Firefighters evacuated a nearby mobile home park and managed to keep the flames away from it. Highway 395 and South Virginia were also closed for a good portion of the night. It burned so hot that it destroyed the windshield of the first engine on scene, Reno Engine 14.
This is all radiant heat. We were actually outside while this was happening.
In the face of these monster flames, the firefighters had to drop what they were doing and get back in the melting engine.
We needed to move because it was just getting too hot, and the last thing we wanted to do was burn a rig up.
This amateur video shows what it looked like as the engines pulled up. As he shot it on his iPhone, Kelly Bland knew he didn't want to get any closer.
We could feel the radiating heat like it was a campfire. It was pretty massive.
From your car?
From our car, from the side of the road on South Virginia Street, yeah.
The fireball grew so intense thanks in part to the fact that most of the buildings on fire stood as little more than wooden frames, yet to be finished.
The stucco, the interior wallboard, all those things help to protect a house, you know. But when you've got exposed wood, it just goes.
And the next one would just pop, and then that would go, and the next one would pop, and they were just jumping from building to building.
So most buildings burned in one day so far, I think, you know, for my career.
As they clean up what's left, firefighters can't say exactly where or how the fire started.
Oh, we're not sure yet. You know, as you're doing the investigation, more information comes in, so there's just in the very beginning phases of the investigation.
Since it's one of the rare projects still being built in today's economy, most neighbors in the area I spoke with find the whole thing a bit suspicious. Federal investigators came in to help local officials pin down whoever or whatever touched off this massive fire. Now, if you have any information about how this fire started, you're urged to call Secret Witness at the number on your screen. That's 322-4900. Your call stays anonymous, and you could get a cash reward. Now, investigators say it should be several days before they figure out exactly what set off the first flames. We're covering the big story live in South Reno. Brandon Rittiman, Channel 2 News.
Yeah, easy to